I wonder how many times you've done that, where you burp and then say go live. I mean, it has to be every other time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
I'm amped up. Before stream, I was listening to some Oingo Boingo. And a little bit of They Might Be Giants.
Ah.
Universally acclaimed musicians. Ask anybody who's their favorite artist, or what's their favorite band. They're gonna say Oingo Boingo.
Oh yeah, that's that is a fact.
Scott Mallinson, first dislike. Alright.
Quality's too high. There we go.
Lucky Pad, what a world. I think the oil is all dry, I think. And it turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna go right on top with acrylics. You know what? I'm gonna use leather brown. Even though it's basically the exact same color as Earth. Scott Mallinson, Pearl Jam. There's a great joke in a wonderful movie called Yesterday. It's a movie about the Beatles, sort of about the Beatles. And one person says that Yesterday is a great work of art, and then someone says, well, it's not Coldplay. It's not Miss You, which is like the worst Coldplay song ever.
Amazing. Alright, so what am I doing? Where am I?
Daniel Bear, anyone snag the Beast Snag-a-Box? No, but weirdly enough, did anybody try to go on the Games Workshop web store today? They had like a queue system. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, they did that before.
I wanted to check one price of something, and it was like, you're in a queue. It's going to be 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
That happened right when Dominion came out.
It could be an anti-scalper thing, maybe.
Or it could it possibly be that there's a ton of people on their website?
It could be, but holy cow.
Yeah, it is odd.
I guess I didn't know that the Beast Snaggers were going to be so hot.
Yeah.
Some of the dude. Am I late this time?
They are really cool.
It is really cool. Although wasn't the box too hundo? I feel like it's a little much.
I didn't see that. I actually didn't even see the prices. I actually kind of forgot about it until right this second.
I didn't look. Some of the dude. Am I late this time? Yes, you're very, very late.
You're
Daniel
even
Bear.
More late than before.
Sold out here in Australia 3 minutes before it went on sale. Interesting. It was available here all day. At least it was still available at like 5:30. I think is the last time I went on the Games Workshop web store. So, but they hate Australia, so I mean, par for the course.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Chicken Nugs, yo, what's up, gamers?
Chicky Nugs.
Scott Bot Productions, bro, I just got a Failcast Tech Marine instead of a resin model. Well, you know what? If it has one flaw, email Games Workshop and hope that they send you another one, and then you'll have one good one and one pretty good Tech Marine.
Exactly.
Any flaw, just whatever it is, take a big picture of it and like really try to focus it on the flaw. Frozen Throg, starved orc players. I think orc players actually have it pretty good. Like where's my water cup?
There's a lot of options.
There's a lot of options, and they've gotten stuff pretty consistently over the years. Like in 2016, they got a ton of new models, like the Morkonaut Gorkonauts, Pain Boy, Mech Boy, a plastic version of the Mech with Shock Attack gun. And then in 2018, I think, is when they got all of their buggies. And then, obviously, 2021, like, new boys and a whole new thing of squigs and snake bites.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of all that, it is sold out.
Ah!
Just so you know. So, yeah, you can't get it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Chicken eggs. By the way, I'm fine after last night's stream. Just have to wear a monitor till my court date. Oh, well.
And if you want to know more about whatever that means, you gotta join the Patreon for that one.
Present Throg. The only truly starved are the Eldar players.
Exactly, but they deserve it. It's fine.
Doesn't the base the model come with count as a flaw? No, I don't think so. They might. I mean, it might, but then they'll just send you a base. They're not going to send you a whole model. Scabot Productions. Tyranids are getting Primaris Nids. Neat. Chicken Nuggets. What was the price US dollar? Australia was $3.20. I think it was 200.
Yeah, 200. Actually, it was 199. So let's be accurate here, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you're saving a penny. All right, I need to get my white paint.
You're saving $1. Oh, dollarino. I did not get one. I don't think it's the box for me. They're very, very cool, though. I think I'm gonna wait for the kill team. I'd rather have kill team. We just play more kill team. Hell, we're gonna be playing kill team tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is pretty exciting. And we're gonna be playing with Amanda, so we're gonna doing some Sisters of Battle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be crazy. We're gonna see how that works.
Yeah.
Are you playing Space Marines? You think, or
I don't know.
Mix it up?
Probably Space Marines.
I feel like you haven't played Space Marines in a while. I mean, we haven't played Kill Team in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Just hasn't, like, this whole month. It just hasn't worked out.
My most played Kill Team is Space Marines.
Yeah.
I played Space Marines, Necrons, Eldar, and Tyranids.
Mm-hmm. And Harlequins.
And Harlequins. I think I'm one of the I guess not the few people, I don't really know, but I really like the current Tyranid range. I think it looks pretty neat. The only thing is it seems like their guns haven't gotten a lot of upgrades over the years because most of their guns are garbage. Trizart. I went to the Games Workshop, sat there for 15 minutes with a manager refreshing the page. Then, when it showed up, we ordered mine, went to go order the next one, and it sold out. Interesting. I know it says, though, on the page you don't have to refresh. It'll hold your spot. That's just what it says on the page, but neat.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that it's so popular.
Yeah.
I feel like out of the Xenos, Orcs are probably one of the most popular.
Oh, for sure.
Factions. So. But I'm gonna wait for that kill team that's gonna sell out in 3 seconds. Which of that kill team sells out real quick.
Scap Productions. With Kill Team, can you bring a Captain Space Marine? You can with current Kill Team expansion heroes? What is it called? Space Marine
Elites?
Leaders? Elites. There's Elites and then there's Commanders. Space Marine, or Primary... Kill Team Commanders is what you need to bring in HQ models.
But who knows what's happening for the next
That's true.
version.
It doesn't look like that's going to be the case in the new Kill Team.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of okay with that. Because Kill Team is not about commanders, it's about kill teams.
Yeah, because I feel like it might as well just be 40k.
Yeah, if you can bring all your elite models and your HQ models and your troop models.
And your vehicles.
Michael Garrett, what was your first game in this setting? For me, it was epic. I learned with washers and bolts as proxies. I played 40k 6th edition. That was my first thing.
Oh, yeah.
Chicken Hugs. Psh, I already pre-ordered. I ain't no GW online chump. Kyle Seeley. Plenty of copies of Dominion still available.
Oh, yeah. That is true. I feel like, though... Well, I feel like it makes sense that they didn't sell as many, but it could be strategic, maybe. Because, I don't know, it's a good set.
It is.
And if it gets people into Sigmar, that's good. Are the pre-orders on that done? Or can you buy it still? Can you buy Dominion still?
I have no idea.
Know everything off the top of your head. I don't understand.
I only went on the Games Workshop web store 19 times a day. What do you want from me?
Right. obviously. I mean, you should know this stuff.
But the dude, I'm a young little jailbait. I started in 9th edition.
What?
Yeah, I don't subscribe to any edition elitism though. If you started this year, you're just as good a player as if you started in 1st edition. If you were there at the ribbon cutting in Nottingham, it doesn't matter.
It's pronounced Nottingham. You learn that. You know, some salty Brits always get upset about that.
Frozen Throg. Then they can retool the Dominion box into starter boxes and overpriced extra models. They already have. Although, I mean, either everything's overpriced or nothing is, because like it looks like the starter sets are not going to be as good a deal as Dominion, but
No.
but that's
Why?
yeah.
Why would they be?
And then the starter sets are going to be a great deal, but then the boxes on the shelves are going to be a horrible price.
Yeah. Cheeky nugs, Nick, you can still buy Dominion.
Nice. What am I looking for?
That's good. I can't wait to get my copy of it.
Yeah.
Can you even imagine
Mm-hmm.
putting together Dominion?
It looks neat.
and
It looks like
painting all
fun.
that- putting all those models
Mhm.
together and making all that happen? That'd be insane.
Yeah.
I mean, how long do you think it would take you to put all that stuff together?
I'd say at least a week.
Yeah. Me too. All I care about is kill team.
Mm-hmm.
Kill team.
Frozen Throg, like the Indomitus specific models. Yeah, I mean technically it's still a deal, but it doesn't feel like a deal compared to. I think I did the price breakdown in a video, and when you bought Indomitus, you were getting the models for I think like 2 something a piece. If you discount the cost of the book.
Right.
But yeah, there'll never be a deal like that again until Dominion or the next Indomitus type thing or.
Yep.
Chicken nuggets. I can't imagine anyone playing Age of Sigmar at all. I feel sorry for the saps that would have wasted money on Dominion. You know, I started listening to a book today. It was a Age of Sigmar book called Soul Wars. I'm on chapter 6. It's really good.
Wow.
It's
like
really
better
good.
than
Yeah. They don't
Wow.
describe anything. It's great.
So you can let your imagination just do all the work?
Yeah. They'll be like, you're in a catacomb. Great. Yeah, but how many rungs on the ladder to get down there? It's really good. It keeps jumping from different people's perspectives. So sometimes you're Nagash, literally the god of death. Sometimes you're a little girl. Sometimes you're a Stormcast Eternal. Sometimes you're a different Stormcast Eternal. It's really good.
Are there any Gloomspite gets?
No Gloomspite gets yet.
It's a garbage story.
Yeah.
What's even the point then?
Michael Garrett, I'm in love with the current version of Age of Sigmar. Neat. Well, I can't wait to get into the new version.
That's a bubbly right there.
Scatbot Productions, bro, who made Tau Space Marines a thing? I guess Tau fan art people, because Tau are weebs, and so they're very good at drawing like anime. And
Tau
a lot
creeps.
of them, yeah, and a lot of them draw like space Tau, or orcs and Tau armor,
It's Tau.
space Tau, Space Marine Tau, or Tau ladies with big old boobies.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Transu, joined the stream late. How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
What story were you describing, Jay?
Soul Wars. It's a book. It's I'm really enjoying it. It opens up with Nagash, and Nagash is very, very full of himself. And so he's talking with his lieutenants, and his lieutenant is acting funny, and he's like, I invented my lieutenants, and I'm perfect. So clearly there's nothing to worry about. Like, he can't even see a flaw because he's so enamored by his own perfection.
Are there any Gloomspite gets centric stories?
I
you
don't
think?
know. Probably.
Or there's there just any orc stories? There probably is, I would assume.
I think this might have been the first Age of Sigmar
Mm.
book. So this one is about the Night Haunt and the Stormcasts in general.
Ah, okay.
Trizart, my Soul Wars is bugged out at chapter 10 halfway through. It keeps on resetting. Do you have like a... Are you playing on a cassette tape?
Yeah, can you delete the app and delete the file and re-download it, or what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Harkins Aquatics, I got a copy of Cursed City and I wanted to convert a few characters into sisters, but I'm afraid someone would murder me if they found out. Holy cow, Harkins Aquatics, you could retire if you sold that Cursed City box.
I'm so excited. Trizart says Gloomspite. And Kyle Transy says that there's a book called Gloomspite.
Neat.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Cal Seeley, was Soul Wars the first edition Age of Sigmar box or second? I don't know, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a very good story. The Stormcast are neat. Michael Garrett, my wife is currently working on a Sisters Kill Team. I'll tag you in a picture of her immolator when it's done. An immolator for Kill Team? Isn't that the vehicle?
Yeah, how do you think they get to the kill team match?
I was thinking about how we're gonna do our kill team. What's the
Battle
reports? And I was thinking about maybe we could build the door of like a drop pod and then film it from behind, so
that could be really cool.
They can enter the battlefield. Frozen Throng, I had the old fantasy book Grudge Bearer. It was about dwarves being bitter. I can relate to them.
Oh my god.
It's time to break out the Da Vinci Maestro brushes.
Mm. Not sponsored, but should be.
Mm-hmm. Michael Garrett, she wants to have a diorama with a pimped ride. Nice. I read a really good short story about the Black Templar and the Sisters of Battle, where a Emperor's Champion and a Sister Repentia go on like a little adventure to kill an orc war boss, and it was great. And then at the end, a miracle happens to where the sister does die, but like her body is undamaged by the explosion, and so I think she gets entombed as a saint. That's a giant scratch. Probably too big. Nope, that's also way too big. Alright. Making all sorts of fun discoveries.
Discovery Channel. Discovery Plus. Are you adding like a texture to it?
Yeah, I want to add like just micro scratches, but micro brushes. Micro. You know what? I need my matte medium. That's what I need.
Matthew Medium to the rescue. Joe Drake goes, I have arrived. Have a random reason to rejoice. Yay!
Dryzart, Nick J, opinions on Ultramarines? I like Ultramarines. They're kind of cool.
Boring as fuck. No, I think I don't love Space Marines in general.
Mm-hmm.
So
Kyle Transu, spoilers. Yeah, spoilers from the first 3 chapters of Soul Wars.
Damn, now I'm not gonna read it.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Transit, I picked up some Sam Len's Monument Hobbies brushes last week. It'll be nice to try some fancy brushes for a change. Neat. My strange brain, spaghetti or SpaghettiOs? Spaghetti. SpaghettiOs are disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I feel like maybe they used to be better way back when.
Maybe.
Because I remember it seemed like all of the older people in my family loved it, like as a kid. but like as a kid.
Yeah.
Like it seemed like that love never continued forward.
Trumar, any specific Primarch you guys think you want to see next in 40k? It can be a loyalist or a traitor to make it fair. Nick, which Primarch do you want to see come back?
I don't care.
I don't really care either. But I suppose Dorn, because I feel like he would make a good foil to Gilliman, because they're not particularly fond of each other. And they're both loyalists, so hopefully it would create some fun, like, infighting and Civil War-y stuff. You know, they both have a different idea of how the Imperium should operate. I mean, there's 2 active Chaos Primarchs, and they haven't done jack for thousands of years. So I feel like who cares if another one comes back? Because Games Workshop has a habit of not using what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Scappa Productions, Vulcan must come back. I was listening to a great channel called Arbides? Adeptus? No, not Adeptus Arbides. Michael Arbides. He did a review of all of the goddamn Horus Heresy novels. And he was like, the Salamanders novels kind of suck.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, they don't have an audiobook version of Gloomspite.
Yeah, I have to read the words.
I don't even know how.
Cal Seeley, Night Hunter back from the dead. Oh yeah, because that's the Primarch, the nickname of
I'm Nick.
What's his goddamn name? The emo guy.
Chicky Nugs, were you watching Arch for your lore again, Jay?
Oh, Arch. Has he put out 13,500 videos yet about the whole debacle of Games Workshop shutting down what's his face?
Interesting.
I know. Like Valrac has put out I think 3 videos in the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's how you make money.
No, actually, I appreciate Valrac's first video because it seems to be very, like, measured, and he actually spoke to the guy.
Ah.
But I haven't watched his second video because I feel like it goes the other way. Banished one, Conrad Kurz. Don't call me Shirley. Just listen to Major Kill. His hentai is lore friendly. I like Major Kill, and I'm sure Major Kill is right. Whatever he said about it, it sucks that Games Workshop is shutting down the content creators because it does kind of suck. And presumably they don't have to because like there's Harry Potter fan films and Star Wars fan films. I don't know enough to say that they've never been shut down before.
Oh boy!
I'm assuming they probably have, but I don't know. And the guy who took down his videos, he says Games Workshop did still want to work with him, but he's not sure he wants to work with them. So he's probably gonna wait and see what happens with Warhammer Plus, and then maybe he'll decide if he's willing to have his content up there or not.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he just do it because it sounds like Games Workshop just wants to cut him a check.
Yeah.
And whatever.
And it sounds like that's the move if you're a 3D animator. Go make a thing, make a big fuss about it, and then make Games Workshop buy you out.
Mm-hmm. Well, he hasn't made a fuss about it.
Yeah, I think I used the wrong word. I meant like it gets really big.
It gets big, and then Games Workshop buys it.
Buy you out.
It's Kyle Transit. So if they come for you, what will you do about it? I mean, they won't, but I don't know. Move to Vimeo. Try to do other content that's not 40k, but they won't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you heard that, Games Workshop?
Kyle Transu. Kyle Seeley. GW has a Disney-esque level of IP protection. Maybe. I don't know enough. I don't know how Disney handles it. Chicken nuggets. I remember when Lucasfilm had fan film contests or something like that, Star Wars had a lot of fan movies. Yeah.
Wait, are you saying that the fan films didn't destroy Star Wars?
Mm-hmm. Don't call me Shirley. Maybe Major Kill Hentai will be on Warhammer Plus. I think Major Kill did get a cease and desist because he was advertising Warhammer Hentai. So now I think he advertises like space fantasy hentai.
That's pretty funny.
Skybar Productions. Disney is fair on fan content. I don't know enough. I don't know enough to say that that's true or not true. What I do know is the different fandoms I'm a part of all are very similar. Like the Lego people hate Lego. I liked Nerf guns for a while, and Nerf gun people hate Nerf.
Yeah.
God, do Star Wars people hate Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
And 40k people hate Games Workshop.
Yeah, it's interesting. I hate a lot of stuff, and you know what I don't do?
Mm-hmm.
Don't participate.
Daniel Bear, I think Games Workshop is missing a trick that there is a big difference between not getting the money from someone's content and using it as free advertising. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. Because I do think that the animations do get some people into their stuff. I've also heard from the mini wargaming people who have tried to make their own game and seem to be pretty professional and knowledgeable, have said that apparently if you don't defend your intellectual property, then there's a basis legally for you to lose the opportunity to defend your intellectual property. But then how does a Harry Potter fan film exist? And also I've seen Star Wars fan films re-uploads, so I wonder if there is some sort of a battle between rights and stuff. It could be also that the re-uploads are just because of music, because good old YouTube.
Yeah, music is like the worst thing to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's the easiest for them to figure out.
And it's Mecca. Today I played my first game of 40k, a 500.4 objective game of Tau against Custodes, and managed to win. I even managed to kill his named captain. Neat!
You're playing Tau?
Tau beat Custodes. Tamble Track. Since Games Workshop is an English company, it falls to them to defend their intellectual property, unlike in the US. And since Games Workshop is rather stupid, they shut down fan content because Games Workshop wants to make as much money by services like Warhammer Plus. Wait, I don't understand Tamble Track. So, differently than in American companies, they have to defend their own intellectual property, but they're stupidly shutting it down. That doesn't seem to follow. So, if in England it's different and they have to defend their intellectual property, isn't it on them to defend their intellectual property?
It's a good, yeah. A good point there.
But I do agree that a lot of people liked the animations, and it was may have been getting people into the hobby. I mean, I know a really cool YouTuber called Cosmonaut Variety Hour says that Astartes was what got him into wargaming. Or he had heard about it for his whole life, but watching Astartes is what made him go buy models. And now he has like 3 40k armies and plays Age of Sigmar and Warcry and Kill Team. And big 40k. Joe Drake goes, I make videos with music, just don't care and let them take all the monetization that 9 views give me.
Oh, yeah.
Ignis Anima. Most American companies have to defend their own as well, but choose not to due to the negative image they get for attacking their own fans like Games Workshop and Nintendo. You know what, though? Does anyone hate Nintendo? Because I've heard Nintendo are vicious, and everyone loves Nintendo.
I'm sure people hate Nintendo.
Probably. I know the...
I can't believe anyone likes anything, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm surprised about.
I remember the Red Letter Media guys were talking about how they had a review of a Nintendo game and it got claimed.
Wow. That's pretty fun.
Tromari. Apparently, Games Workshop thinks England rules the world. Absolutely, they do.
I mean, obviously they do.
Table Track. If they don't defend their intellectual property, they could lose their intellectual property in lawsuits, but for minor things like YouTube videos, it's rather silly to shut them down and take down their Patreons. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. It does seem like a weird thing going on. I mean, clearly, it's pretty epic. The people who have joined Games Workshop, and they're going to be making content that's real and sponsored and paid for.
Mm-hmm.
But it sucks for people like this guy who don't want to work with Games Workshop, but also don't want their video taken down, or to have to take down their YouTube video.
Mm-hmm.
And then have fans yell at them for being shills and or not shills.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Seeley, is Games Workshop going to shut down Luton's lore channel? Some of his videos have nearly 2 million views.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. I really doubt it. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
If they just start going on a rampage.
Oh, it'd be kind of epic, but
it would be kind of epic.
I don't know. And neither does anyone else. But we should make some YouTube videos about it because we get a lot of views.
Mm-hmm. Games Workshop, if you're listening, you should take down our channel.
Yes.
And see what happens.
We're your biggest competition.
Exactly.
It's just the truth.
That would be hilarious.
Kyle Trandu, Disney is American and they will break your kneecaps if you have a video with their intellectual property in it, so they don't care about public image that way.
Mm-hmm. They also have like this. Somehow they have this very squeaky clean public image.
Yeah.
They've developed over time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, for most people, that's the first movie that they see is a Disney movie.
Yeah.
I mean, my first movie ever was Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's. I
think
a lot of people, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, my first movie, I think, was Alien, by Ridley Scott.
Mm-hmm. And look how you turned out. Perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Present throwing. I'm okay if they shut down Arch. Yeah, I don't think they can shut down. I watched a little bit of Arch's video, and it was oh my goodness, was he ever like he was saying like the sky is falling and everybody should start putting out non-40k content on their channel so that if they have to go to courts, they can prove that you don't just do 40k. It was madness. Arch is an idiot. SEM. Honestly, more than half of the lore channels are just weird accents reading the wiki verbatim. Yeah, pretty much.
What if that's what they do on Warhammer Plus?
Oh, that would be great.
Cal Seeley, Games Workshop would never take down a channel with so many dislikes. Wow, see, we're protecting ourselves.
True, Omari, but South Park has Mickey Mouse and other Disney properties, yet they're still around. They get by on parody. Apparently, you can do whatever the hell you want if you're parody, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm. That is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like in terms of like social pressures and stuff. It seems like the creators who trust their work and have really thick skin are doing just fine. Like Matt Stone, Trey Parker, Quentin Tarantino, the Rick and Morty guys.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like that's all you need is trust your work and have really thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you have to be really good.
Yeah, that helps.
Michael Spitz. I sadly watched like half an Arch video and don't see why he was racist, but he was it was a couple specific incidents. I don't know that he's racist. I do think that he's homophobic because of some things he said in his Tau video and most other videos, and his casual slurs. I don't like the way he does things. Yazine Brown. Hey there, watched some of your videos. First time watching a stream, was a bit concerned by the dislike ratio, but now I get it. Nice. Did you leave a dislike?
Yeah, leave a dislike.
Ominous Mecha. So Bruva Alphabusa is safe from Games Workshop. Oh, he better be. He's the best.
I feel like there would be an uprising if they shut that down.
People love him because he's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Transit, if you could get someone to make you a full-size, in real-life prop of that sword there, would you? No, it'd be big and heavy.
Very easy answer. Michael Spitz. He still seemed like a beach, and I'm not watching that bullshit or giving him any of my dislikes. I don't think I've ever seen any of his videos.
That's fine. It might be real, but he has quite a way of speaking.
Like his voice?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Disgusting Zechariah. Arch is toxic and brings an entire community into disrepute. Yeah, I mean, it's just, like, Goober put it really, really well in his video, where he talks about, look at the content and see if there's real content there. If it's just someone talking over a couple of JPEGs, you know, really take a close look if their production is worthy of your time. Because, you know, if people are doing cool transitions and trying to entertain you and talking to the camera and, you know, got graphics and images and, you know, they're trying to entertain you. But I feel like if it's just a voice and a picture, you're into a territory of they might be just trying to steal your time.
How dare you say that about my favorite YouTuber?
Also, streaming. Oh, don't watch streams. Holy moly. Talk about a time sink. Here's my Agrax Earthshade.
Kyle Transu, I've become every Kyle commenter. We have assimilated. Oh yeah. I get it.
Put it on my desk. That's usually where things end up. When they're out of my eye line. Yep. Oh no, that's Contrast Black Templar. There it is.
Daniel Bear, the outer circle could be given a triangle and complain it's not square enough.
Ominous Mecha, Adeptus Ridiculous is a pretty good lore channel. Is that the guys from Dice Check? Or did they run that show? Because I like their stuff. I watch them on occasion. Although I don't like their battle reports, because I don't like battle reports. I just like it when they're being nerds. Table Track. Voldemort is one of the only 40k lore tubers I watch just because of his voice and custom stories. Yeah, I love Voldemort. Holy cow. If there was a channel, if I could hand out subscribers, I would give Voldemort so many more subscribers. He has earned it. His videos are quality, and his stories are epic. He has like an hour-long video about the Black Templar that starts and ends with a story about the reincarnation of the first captain of the Black Templar. I forget. Sigismund.
George.
Sigismund.
That's close.
It's absolutely epic. Ooh, or better yet, the button lets me take subscribers. And so I could take them from Arch. Ominous Mecha,
Don't
Bricky
worry.
is, but I don't know if it's his own channel. Ah.
Don't worry, don't watch streams. Yeah, we're all watching one. Error, error, error.
Yeah, or maybe don't watch any channels. Just watch Oingo Boingo music videos.
There you go.
So one thing I am finding with the oil layer is it's very
Oily.
crunchy. My washes are really kind of sticking to it more than sliding around it.
Interesting.
Tryzart playing 5k points of orcs today. Hopefully I managed to destroy my opponent in the first shooting phase. 5k points of orcs? You mean 500 points? 5k is like a mega apocalypse game.
Yeah, that is a lot. Jake Dog, I want to watch, but so many dislikes. It must be a bad stream.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, this is one of the worst ones we've had in a while. Mason Router, first time using Nuln Oil or any wash, didn't shake it. Anyways, my work was looking nice and shiny.
Well, you should shake your wash paints. Because they can settle a little bit, and all paints. Even dry pigments, shake them up.
especially them.
Mm-hmm.
And don't even get me started about babies.
Mm-hmm.
Trolmari, careful, Games Workshop might take legal action if Oingo Boingo is remotely related to Warhammer.
Oh no!
These days.
Don't touch Oingo Boingo! That's okay. If Oingo Boingo goes, then I'll just watch. I'll just listen to They Might Be Giants.
I only listen to Taste Way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I know.
Chicken nugs. Yeah, why aren't we talking about Star Wars sequels and female space marines? Tried and true. Make sure you water down your dry paints.
Yeah. Trizart. Yeah, 5,000. Hopefully it's going to last 6 hours. Oh,
Yep.
Oh, it will.
I mean, I think there's something magical about apocalypse games where you just bring all your models and then you fight all of someone else's models.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I took part in a game called Tanksgiving, which was a guard, everybody who played guard versus everybody who played Necrons. And the Necrons got destroyed.
They did. I remember that game. I was just standing around.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did that game. Or was I just watching? I think maybe I was. I was wondering if maybe you gave me a unit to deal with or something.
Maybe, yeah, it could have been.
That sounds like a J thing to do.
Mm-hmm. You can use the scarab thorns.
Yeah. And that's what it used to sound like back then, and a little bit now.
Yeah. I remember.
Scarab thorns.
Yeah, I remember it was because the Imperial Guard had so much long range shooting, and the Necrons had none, and so we just got pounded all game. Although the Necrons did take down a Warhound Titan, which is pretty cool. I didn't help with that, but although I think my warriors did, because I actually let somebody who had a monolith use a special rule where you can teleport a squad, and so he actually teleported all 100 of my Necron warriors, which was pretty badass. Tamble Track. I never watched him, but your guys' description of Arch makes me scared of his opinion on female space marines. Holy moly. I bet that video exists, and I bet it goes a lot into biology, because that's what matters in a fictional setting.
Grugery John, why is the dislike ratio so high? I have no idea. We must have been saying some horrible stuff.
Yeah, you should leave a dislike and see what happens.
Yeah.
Man, the wash is really just clinging to the oil paint. Maybe I should have varnished it after.
Michael Spitz, that guy, 5,000 points of orcs. Nick realizes he has a battle wagon and 2 orc boys painted. All right, I guess we're just attacking me today.
Well, I think it's going to take you a few more weeks to get the rest of it painted.
Yeah, it'll all be done soon. Very, very soon.
Chicken nuggets. Jay likes the sequels and admitted that on stream. Yeah, that's why there's all the dislikes.
Yeah.
I do like them, though. I think they're all right. I think some of them are very, very good. But it's the hot thing right now to hate them.
I can't wait until I hate stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
That's going to be so much fun. Someone's going to be like, I like something, and I'm going to say,
Oh,
I don't.
ho, ho, ho.
And
Not
here's
only
why
are you going to
you're
say
dumb.
you don't, but you're going to say, yeah, you shouldn't.
Mhm.
It is not
Here's
worthy of your affection.
Yeah, and here's why you're dumb for liking it.
You know what movie I absolutely love that I almost want to rewatch because no one else loved it, and I want to see why. Like, if maybe it's just been too many years since I've seen it, but I love the movie, The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And no one else on this planet likes that movie, but I really like it, and I want to watch it again and see if it holds up.
I saw that a long time ago.
And you love it, right? It was great.
But I don't remember it at all. Zero memory of it. That's how good it was.
Ominous Mecha, is there a video on this Apocalypse game you speak of? No, it was a friendly game at the local store.
There's no such thing as friendly games.
Michael Garrett, I had my Tantalus wiped off the board by a Warlord Titan in a game once. I mean, yeah, the Warlord Titan's going to wipe anything off the board. Although the Tantalus is one of the best models in all of 40k. So you are a god for having one. Chicken Nugs, it sure is. I mean, the Harry Potter sequels really ruined the series, you know? I've never seen a single one of the sequels. Greg SMW, I love that movie. Yay!
Just go, Jay. The League is good only because of Sir Sean Connery.
Absolutely. And for everything else that's great about it. Colton Lane, people would have found a way to hate a Star Wars film even if it was just nothing but torturing Jar Jar Binks for 2 hours straight. Absolutely.
I mean, that sounds like a fun film.
Dustin Zachariah, I like The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, so that's 2 of us. Nice!
Wow, you're finding friends.
Yeah. Joe Dracos, damn it, stop saying interesting things. My wife says she loves The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's a good movie. I haven't read the book yet, but... Kyle Transit, I love the movie Jupiter Ascending, and apparently everyone hated that movie. I didn't see that one. That was by the Wachowski sisters, right? I should give it a watch, because I love The Matrix so much. Dreamshot, I want to paint the Judicar and Blade Guard veterans, but I paint Raven Guard, and it doesn't seem like they fit in with the rest. The Raven Guard are pretty tactical, and these models are pretty, like, Knights of the Realm. Maybe if you put beaky heads on and paint them mostly black.
Charizard, how can you even fight a Warlord Titan?
I think you don't. Ominous Mecha, the Tantalus is a horny Slanesh demon, right? No, it's a giant sailboat.
But close.
Ominous Mecha. You fight a Titan with a Titan. Joe Dracos, I'm going to stop trying to nap on the couch. You've ruined my attempts to relax with cool discussions. My wife says the book is good. Oh, nice. I own it. I need to read it. I own a bunch of books that I haven't read. I think V for Vendetta is going to be first, and then probably after that I'll do League. Because the League is the V for Vendetta is one of my favorite movies. And Alan Moore's Watchmen is one of my favorite books. And he also wrote V for Vendetta. And loved the movie. No, that man loves nothing about when his work gets turned into other media.
What about the check?
No, he doesn't care. He's like an anarchist.
Jesus
He just wants to
Christ.
see the world burn. Although he seems like a really fun guy. Trizart, it's never a proper stream without loud airbrush noises. I don't airbrush that much.
I guess it's not a proper stream then.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't seem like there's going to be any airbrushing.
Tannable Track, I have finally taken the plunge on Necrons and have the Indomitus, and I'm painting the Combat Patrol right now. What should come next? I mean, it sounds like you have plenty to be getting on with. So, are you almost done with what you have? Because then I would say think about starting to get what more things you should get.
Yeah, if you finish your models, then you get to have dessert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would never buy more models since I already have plenty of models to work on. You'll never catch me doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. How silly would that be?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That'd probably be a giant waste of money.
Mm-hmm. Just Joe Draco's airbrush go brow.
Exactly. Autumn Hannah just finished my Iron Snake Impulsor. Now I'm working on the Devastator Firstborn. I love OG Space Marines.
Ooh. Oh wait, Impulsor? Is that a or the Impulsor is new, the Devastators are Firstborn. Yeah. I have so many Devastators. Because I felt like I needed 4 of every weapon option. Although I have 9 missile launchers.
Did you?
No, I did not. Really, I never really took anything but the las cannons. But I have them for when I need them. I'm starting to come around to the floaty tanks, though. Enough people have painted them and converted them really, really, really cool. To get me to be like maybe there's something that can be done with them.
Mm-hmm.
Which is usually what happens. Usually it's like you know what though, I don't think that's gonna happen with the Storm Speeder. I think that model is poopy. And I hate to use that kind of language. That's a little little aggressive, but
jeez, my mom watches these streams.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be offended now.
I think I didn't love the old speeder either. I think the only one that looks pretty good is the Forge World one for 30k. Although even that one I don't love. I think I'm just I have something against hover car airplanes.
Yeah. And don't even get you started about hover rounds. I'm more offended by that.
Bicklin Head, I can't buy any more models because I have basically the entire Reaper Bones and Reaper Bones 5 Kickstarter coming next week. I'm about to be buried in plastic. Autumn Hannah, yep. I'm mixing Firstborns and Primaris. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Joe Dragos, can I have the last cannon Marines? No, I need them. Ominous Mega, what chapter is this dude? He is going to be a Black Templar. Joe Jakers, but the Storm Speeder looks like a 1950s caddy. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure that's correct. Ominous Mecha, the Custodes hover tank is really cool looking. Yeah, the Custodes ones look different and interesting. Although, I wouldn't want the Custodes hover tanks to be what the Space Marine hover tanks look like. I think that they look good as the Custodes tanks. Captain Stupendo, I recently played my first 40k game since 3rd edition. My all-firstborn army was older than my opponent. Feels bad, man. That sounds about right.
You should go to like an old folks home and play. So you can be the youngest one there.
Chicken nuggets. So you didn't like the DeLorean and the sequels, Jay? Got him.
Jeez, how does it feel to be destroyed by a nugget? I like the Back to the Future movies.
Yeah, they're great.
They're very good.
I don't remember much of
the part where
3.
he almost kisses his mom.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the whole thing.
I never understood. So, what's his? There's a famous comedian, John Mulaney. John Mulaney has a joke about how that makes no sense, but I feel like he's just ignoring the movie because it's called Back to the Future, because he goes to the past and he's got to get back to the future. But when he says it in his joke, he's like, it makes no sense whatsoever, and I'm like, what? But Doc Brown like looks at the camera and says, "Marty, we gotta get you back to the future." So basically, John Mulaney is a hack.
You heard it here, folks.
No, I love John Mulaney.
And
I just never got that
all
joke.
of our subscribers.
Oh no!
So, thanks for that.
Montequilla, OG. Anybody watch TTS? I've watched it and I need to rewatch it. It's hilarious. Brother Alpha Busa is great. Text his speech. Know all the different versions of each of the same grouping of letters.
Exactly.
Ominous Mecha. I'm going to Long Island next week. Is there anywhere Warhammer related I should go by? No, the only island I like is the Lonely Island.
I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting question.
I don't know. I mean, you could probably just
maybe
Google Long
other
Island and
people know.
Warhammer. I'm not well traveled. Michael Spitz just finished 5 Anonymous Assault Intercessors. PBA worked to dull decals, and now I'm ready to get my commissions tomorrow. Autumn Hannah, I wish the Impulsor had tracks. I'm a firm believer in the lore saying tech isn't supposed to advance unless you find an STC, plus tracks on tanks look cooler. I agree. Although I think things can change a little, especially since Call is great. Because if... I mean, what's the difference between, we found this STC and so now we can build a brand new thing, versus, after 10,000 years I invented a thing and now we can build this brand new thing. It's not that different to me, but,
I'm offended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave now.
Table Track, I love how these streams are Nick and Jay confessionals.
Oh, yeah. Yep, the truth really comes out.
Frozen Throng, I prefer the Lonely Mountain. That's a Lord of the Rings joke.
Ha ha ha. Classic comedy.
Chicken Nugs, Jay, what's the furthest you've been aside from from the Mickey D's down the streets? That's usually as far as I go. I visited family in Mexico. It was the only time I've ever been out of the country. I've been to Minnesota. I've been to California. I've been to Ohio a bunch of times.
The exotic place.
exotic Ohio, Wisconsin. I think I've been to South Dakota. So yeah, I've been all around the world, America, Midwest.
Yep. I've been all around the Midwest.
Autumn and the difference is heresy, brother. I read Call's book, Call the Great Work, and Call is great, and so anything he does, I'm cool with, because he's pretty funny and awesome.
Wait a second. He's funny?
Mm-hmm.
I thought 40k was very serious.
40k is very, very serious. Chicken Eggs, do you have a favorite dish you tried from any of them where you go back to 4J? Oh my gosh, I had this amazing, it was a pretzel from this little hole in the wall called Annie Ann's.
Yeah. And you've never had one of those ever again.
No. Yeah. No, it's this little tiny place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Annie Ann's is a lot like a Cinnabon.
Mm-hmm.
Or other things, I'm sure. It's not particularly, yeah.
Have you ever had Wetzel's Pretzels?
I don't think I've ever had Wetzel's Pretzels. I don't want to cheat on Annie Ann's. I know what I like.
I remember there used to be this guy at the mall, and he was like I don't know, he must have been in high school or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he would be outside the Wetzel's Pretzels like little area, trying to get people to come try Wetzel's Pretzels.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Guys, do you want to try some Wetzel's Pretzels?" It was very funny. I really liked him. Now he's all grown up. Now he's the CEO of Wetzel's Pretzels. That's what That's what happens if you work there.
Yeah, you gotta respect the grind, the hustle.
Yeah, exactly.
One day you're on the street, the next day you're CEO.
Exactly. Yeah, welcome to America.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do it here.
Zoomy Panda, have you tried the Turbo Dark line of paints, and any tips if you have? Are those the effects paints? Because I'm wary of the effects paints because I feel like they're kind of gimmicky, and they don't look like they're in scale. Like if you wanted to paint something like that's reflective, you'd probably paint on the reflections instead of just painting on a metal paint that has reflective properties. I don't know. Maybe I have to play with them a little, but I've never seen a mini where I'm like, holy cow, they really took advantage of the blue-pink fluorescent.
Daniel Beer, did you see that Mr. Too Thin Coats himself, Duncan Rhodes, is bringing out a line of paints?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't care. There's a lot of very good paint out there. I'm sure his paint will be excellent, but if it's very cheap and very good, like if it's better than all the rest, maybe, but
I like to think he's just taking Games Workshop paint and pouring it into a different container.
I mean, it'd be more interesting to me if like Trovarion, or it's like someone who's like an unbelievable painter and has pushed the boundaries of like what can be done with mini painting, and like people who are like amazing. I feel like Duncan Rhodes is like the patron saint of painting tabletop well. And I feel like you could kind of accomplish what Duncan does with most paint brands. Chicken Nugs, I liked going to the mall and getting the teriyaki chicken samplers from the Sakuras. Chicken Nugs, is that cannibalism? A chicken nugget eating teriyaki chicken?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Ominous Mecha, Nick from Play on Tabletop did a neat FSE army with Turbo Dark Metallic Reds. Okay, well, let's see what we can figure this out. F. Fenrisian? Forest Goblins? FNAF? FSE. I have no earthly idea. They only do 40k, right? It's gotta be...
Yeah.
Oh, it might be a color of Space Marines, though. God damn. Could be anything.
Spell things out, because we don't know what acronyms are.
Joe Draco's acrylic paint is medium in pigments. Absolutely.
This is correct.
Michael Spitz. Jay, you're talking as if Duncan's paints will ever be available here. That's... Frozen Throg. Some mediums and pigments are better than others. That is true, although I've tried a bunch of paint brands, and I have found that all of them have winners and losers. I have not found one paint brand to rule them all.
Except for the Eons of
Yeah!
Battle.
When we come out with paint, it'll be the best paint that's ever been paint. And it's only going to come in pots. In Games Workshop pots.
Yep. Yeah, you're gonna see the residue of the Citadel label on them.
Mm-hmm. Don't call me Shirley. Jay, my local shop has the AK Interactive paint. Should I ask if they have the War Crime line, or will they look at me weird? Yeah, they might not be aware, like as a distributor, they may not be aware at the the goings on at the company.
They should be.
Chicken eggs. I mean, it's about as cannibalistic as humans eating chimps. You know, no one bats an eye when you do that.
Oh my.
Autumn Hannah, I'm trying to get blending down. It's tricky as hell, so is making transitions smooth. One thing that helps a lot is if you put in a bunch of matte medium. It'll make your paint semi-transparent, so you can actually lay down full, thick layers of paint, and it'll dry clear. And then you can just layer on top of it. I do that often, especially with colors that are giving me a lot of trouble. They don't like to water down very much. But the Liquitex helps keep the pigments like bonded and workable while being thin. Jojo goes, Jay, you just described a glaze. Exactly! But a glaze that's easy compared to because you can use water to make a glaze, or you could use blending medium to make a glaze. But yeah, the matte medium trick is one I like a lot. Dream Shards. My hands are so shaky it makes edge highlights nigh impossible. I had a lot of success last night edge highlighting with oils, because you can work with them after the fact. They don't dry instantly. And so I got a lot of oops, which is wipe it off, or that edge highlight's a little thick, but I can just blend it out with another brush. It really worked out. Bricklin the head. I just cheat using an airbrush. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Joe Draco, it's still a glaze. It is still a glaze. But I described the glaze.
You're still a glaze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how does it make you feel? Where are all these parts? $45, $46. Brick in the head. Dear Eon's Battle, please more oil painting vids.
Thinking about it, I'm slowly learning my way around oils. I mean, I can't do a video until I know how to do it. But
What?
As soon as I feel like I've really got it down pat and I can explain it well, then you guys will know, and I'll make a video, and it'll be wonderful and awesome.
Who's Pat?
And why is he so down?
Why is he so down? What is he down for?
Somebody reach out to Pat, make sure he's okay.
I'm putting together a cute squig hopper boss. He's the boss.
Daniel Bear. Duncan's paints automatically apply 2 thin coats, not in just 1.
Ooh.
Frozen Throck. Lock your arms down when edge highlighting. Not a bad idea.
Like Master Lock, or?
Well, you get somebody to duct tape your arms down.
Oh.
Well, you could do what I've done to try to help my painting is I've raised up my tables so that my arms lay flat on the table while I'm painting, and that definitely takes all the shake out of my arms. But you could also try maybe sitting on a stool at a regular table. It would get the same job done.
I've also heard that you're less shaky when you paint towards yourself than away from yourself.
Mm.
So you're more controlled towards than away.
Maybe if you're finding like if both your hands are shaky, maybe you could put the model down on the ground and just use one hand to hold it down. That way you're only dealing with one shaky hand instead of 2 shaky hands. Ominous Mecha. It was cringe, father. Joe Draco's, my hands shake because of medication. Doesn't matter what I do. What if you hired someone to hold your hands and like really just get a good grip so that they can stop the shaking?
There we go. All right, now we're gonna do a GoFundMe to get that person, hire a person to come and do that for you. Chicken Nugs at EonsOfBattle. You can also just get rid of your arms and just solve the problem entirely.
Ooh. I mean, isn't there that one like famous painter who uses their feet?
Exactly.
Now your feet have your legs have much stronger muscles than your arms. Maybe they're going to be a lot less shaky.
Yeah, that's true.
We here are problem solvers at EonsOfBattle.
Exactly. Yeah, we know a lot. Or maybe you can train an elephant how to paint. That could be fun. And I'm sure that is fine, and the elephant loves it.
Dustin Zechariah, from the still shots on Duncan's video of his paints, they just look like regular acrylics. I don't think they'll be anything special. I mean, how would they be, is the thing. You know, I'm sure his paints are great, but like, so are most paints.
What if he spits in every single one of them?
Oh my god, okay, well then I'm getting the whole line.
A little bit of Duncan in every drop.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be a shame if he doesn't do it.
Don't come in, Shirley. Jay, go 4 inches down from the JUDICIAR's blade from the top and cut it diagonally if you want to make it look like a sharp tip. I like the blunt tip. I mean, it's clearly blunt for a reason, and it's because he's a chopper, not a stabber.
And just in, Jay likes blunts.
Like, he doesn't even want the option to stab, because you know what? Stabbing isn't cool. Slicing is cool.
Yeah, he's a slicer.
It does have a certain brutality to it. It's almost like a machete.
Yeah. That is very true.
It's an executioner's blade. Ah.
Also, 4 inches down's the whole thing.
Well, presumably like 4 inches down in terms of scale.
But it's more fun to
it is,
lie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the model's 2 inches tall, but...
Mm-hmm.
Why is this being a little hydrostatic? It's being naughty.
My pool boy's name is Hydrostatic.
I
have no idea what that means.
Guess hydro?
I guess so. I mean, I'm just saying stuff at this point. It's probably all of the, to me, extra thin cement
Yeah.
that really gets to you after a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to crack a window if you go for the basic putty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, man, I used that recently. I mean, I wore a respirator just to be able to deal with it.
I wonder, so that's the basic putty. What's the advanced putty?
Oh no. Yeah, you have to put on like a whole like suit and everything just to be able to use it.
Michael Spitz. Actually, it's a relic executioner's blade. Exactly.
Trizart, I got to start packing for the Apocalypse Match. I will make sure to take pictures and post them on Discord. Yes,
neat.
please do.
Ominous Mecha, did you know that the rifle of the Crutox rider is actually nestled in a human jawbone? I did! I was looking at that model today because I didn't know you could take it in Kill Team, and now I think I'm going to have to buy a few of them. But of course, just like most things, it's out of stock. Don't come actually. Jay, how do you know if the extra thick is too extra thick? Mine is gray now and is very sticky. I mean, you still want it to be like a liquid. You want it to be thinner than Elmer's. Probably a little thinner than Elmer's. Maybe that's something to shoot for. I mean, if you have too much, just get another bottle and a pipette and take some of the fresh extra thin and pour it into the extra thick. I know a million people have asked what is the exact ratio, and I don't really know. I don't remember where I even got the idea either. It might have been one of the like tank builder channels. Michael Spitz, yo Orca, you can at not Mike when you send it. Thanks, friend.
Yeah.
Power Surge, hey, what's up, guys? I'm late. Yes, you are.
Jeez, why would you do that to us?
Ominous Mecha, Kroot Team, do it!
Kroot team.
Nick sounds pretty excited about a Kroot team. Maybe his secret kill team is Kroots.
That'd be insane, because then that means that I would have to have known that they would be a thing.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you could play them with the if you read the 2019 annual, they added some rules for Kroots, which clearly you're feigning that you don't know, that you haven't read the the 2019 annual from cover to cover.
Yeah.
Which we all know, there's no 40k publication you have not read.
Exactly. That is a fact. Especially the annuals. They're fun because they're annual.
Yeah, even though they didn't publish one in 2020.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're not annual that year, but they're annual that year.
Occasional annual.
Yeah. I mean, they were busy with the new works.
Daniel Bear, what's the alcohol you use? Just regular isopropyl, 91%. I get it at Walgreens. I don't use it for that much, though.
I use vodka and whiskey, but that's just for myself.
Joe Trickus, if you want extra exact ratios, you might be in the wrong hobby. Yeah, which you want a pinch.
Yeah.
Chicken Nugs, are you talking about the tank builder whose channel has AF tier dark in the name? I don't remember. Michael Spitz, my secret kill team is Imperial Knights. Yeah. Could you do a game where that was like a dozen kill teams versus an Imperial Knights? Could kill teams bring enough weapons to bear to take down an Imperial Knight?
Problem would be you couldn't play the objective game.
It's definitely true. It would just be can these teams take out an Imperial Knight?
Can these kill these guys?
Although I guess that would just be called war, not kill team.
Yeah, it'd be called Warhammer 40k.
Yeah.
Is what it would be called.
Can 2,000 points of Warhammer 40k beat a Imperial Knight?
37, 38.
Joe Draco's a pinch of liquid. I like how you think.
Mm-hmm. Michael Spitz, you need octagon kill teams to play a knight since their range is triangle.
Exactly.
I cannot wait to see. I can't wait to tell Amanda about all the changes to kill teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite. I can't wait for that.
It's gonna be a new game.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that'll be a lot more fun too.
I think it
then
will be.
All three of us will be learning it together. That'll be kind of cute. I hope I can get all these guys done tonight. There's kind of a lot of parts on these guys.
Can't wait to work on this guy's his
Wiener.
Yes. No. His hourglass.
Wiener.
I'm gonna try real hard on his hourglass. And speaking of hourglasses, I gotta go piss.
God damn it!
Yeah!
I was literally gonna say the same thing. That's hilarious. I'm working on some gloom spike kits. For some reason, I'm very excited. I've had these since January and I have not touched them. But just felt like it was time to start putting them together. Chicken Nugs, a pinch of pigment and a dash of medium. Exactly. Temple Track, Nick, did you manage to get a Beast Naga box before they sold out, or do you not care? I don't care. I do really, really like them. I think that they're really, really cool. But I don't know. I feel like I need to really think about my orc army before, I have to decide what I should add to it. Because I feel like if I was to start all over again with my orcs, I think I'd go pure mech, everything mech. Because I think those models are just cooler. Trizart, can Jay twerk? 100%. He does it all the time. It's kind of crazy. Michael Garrett, Squigs, Trolls. I must know. I have the... God, what set is it? It's the Gloomspite Battle Force, but it's like the one that comes out during Christmas. I forgot what that's called. And so it has 6 Troggoths. It has the big one. It has the Loon Boss, and it has a bunch of Squig Hoppers.
My business is done.
Your business is done. But yeah, it's really fun. I put together the Loon Boss yesterday and started working on the Squig Hoppers. But yeah. Michael Spitz. Nick shadow banned me and Chicky Nugs now, especially the Nugs since the feds are onto him.
Yeah. Shadow banned.
And you have been shadow banned. And speaking of shadow ban, I'm gonna go take a piss all over the place.
You guys don't know the way a shadow ban works is we send an email to Google and then they go and they delete you off the internet. And so no matter what you post, no one will ever see it. We have that power. Usually I base coat purity seals with an off-white, but now I'm just using white because it's on my palette. Dream Shards. I'm doing some light gray rocky bases. Should I give it a shade of Agrax or oil? or skip the shade and just do some dry brush highlights. I think it's probably good to use a wash, although I don't use real washes on bases, because I feel like washes do a very specific thing where they shade the recesses, and I feel like shading the recesses is not what you want to do on sand and rocks, because then it just kind of it'll look like a weird bumpy texture of rocks and really harshly shadowed rocks. What I usually do is I'll really water down brown or black paint, and I'll put that over the rocks, and it just kind of tints them all universally. And then you can use different strengths to get kind of a mottled effect. And then once that's dry and you dry brush, I think it gives a much more realistic finish. And you don't use up your expensive washes. Dustin Zachariah, yeah, if I ever go orcs, I'd go speed freaks, buggies, captas, bikes, and limited boys and trucks. I have decided never to touch a horde army since trying to build a 200-guy Imperial Guard army in 6th and 7th edition. That's pretty sweet. That's what I'm doing with my orcs. I have 30 orc boys right now, and I want to have them all in battle wagons or trucks, and then I want to have as many buggies and bikes as I can bring. I have 30 orc bikes, although only 7 of them are painted. Trizard, I happen to know Mr. Google himself. Frozen Throg. Army Painter's soft tones for bases. I don't know if I would even use their washes for bases. I think just regular old watery paint is the best.
I agree.
Joe Draco's paint your models, paint your models. Now I'm powlatting, a cool hobby with disco. Great.
Alright.
Paint.
Speaking of paints,
paint. Yeah.
bubbly number 2. I'm gonna be drunk off this shit.
Woo!
Get it? Because it's just water.
Yeah.
Bubbly water.
I don't get it.
Be drunk on bubbles. High on life. Trizard, also, Killican seemed very good with the new War Scroll. That sounds good, because I have a bunch of them.
Killicans are awesome.
I have 9 of them.
They're a very fun model.
I was saying while you were gone that if I had to redo my whole army, I would go pure mech. Only mech. Mech everything. Which, you know, the great white squig would fit, I feel like, with the mech.
I think it'd be interesting, because I'm thinking, I always thinking about what could you do with 40k? It's so big. It has so many models. Is there a way to somehow do away with the force organization chart? Because it feels a little silly that every single army, no matter how weird and diverse it is going to have, 1 HQ and 2 of the regular troops. And so is there a way to do away with force organization where, like, you can be like, okay, my troops are Meganobs, and I just decide that the Meganobs are troops, and then they have troop abilities? Or my troops are orc bikers? Because in theory, would every single army under the sun always have troops?
Yeah, I don't know. Does Age of Sigmar do that?
I have no idea.
But you're a resident Age of Sigmar
expert. I know everything. I've read 5 chapters of a book.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bear, a competitive orc list sounds like an oxymoron. Orcs are for the funsies.
I'm offended. I'm a pro orc player.
Game Pros, I actually wound up making my JUDICIAR and converting him into a Black Templar Emperor's Champion. Since the entire Indomitus box Marine army just screamed, "Make us Black Templars" to me.
You know what the Indomitus box screamed to me?
What?
Why is there no orcs?
Joe
That's what I was thinking.
Trick goes, if I had to redo my whole Tyranid army, my wife would kill me. Joe Drake goes, in 2nd edition, each unit had a classification, like core character or whatnot, and you had to have a minimum percentage of points spent in each classification. Yeah, I've heard about that. The only problem with that going forward is that there's like a quadrigly more units than there was in 3rd edition. Yes, that's a real number.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, and we're gonna keep adding more units. So eventually, is it gonna be like, okay, so every army has like 1 or 2 troop options, and then 50 elite options, 90 fast attack options, 12 heavy support options, and
a partridge and a pear tree?
Yeah. Try that. That's what Vanguard attachments are for. You don't need troops. Interesting.
Troop. Power Surge, Mecha everything is the best.
Yeah, Mecha Godzilla, Mecha King Ghidorah, Mecha King Kong. There's never been a Mecha Mothra. I think it's about time for Mecha Mothra. Power Surge. You know what? What we are missing is easy to build kits. Sucks. That is true. There was a smattering of easy to build kits, and then they kind of just stopped.
Because Games Workshop does not care about anything besides money.
Mm-hmm. Game Pro. Isn't that how Warhammer Fantasy used to do it? A percentage of core, a percentage of HQs. But I don't... Because a percentage is just the same thing with a different name. You have to take troops, you have to take fast attack, you have to take HQs. Like, I want it to be take whatever you want, but you have to decide, like, okay, so this guy is going to be my leader, and these guys are going to be my troops, even though it's a bike.
How does it work with power level? Is that how it works with power level?
Power level is the same. You just have to take. Actually, it might not. It might not be that way with power level. You might be able to take whatever. Because you might not have to. Yeah, you might not have to deal with the attachments with power level.
Interesting. Sounds like we'll have to read the book.
Why isn't this oils? I want to blend. No, I can do it. I'm just lazy. I don't want to. Blending light colors is always annoying.
Do you think there's something to base coating it all in acrylics and then going in with the oils and doing it all?
There could be.
I know you're just trying stuff out.
I also wish that, I mean, the white, like, cream-colored paints or tan paints tend to be really chalky. And a little bit, badly behaved.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta give it a spank. It's usually what I do to my paints. Give them a little spank.
Like, if I could look at this paint under a microscope, I think it would be, like, fuzzy. It would look like velvet. Just a little. It's bad.
Red velvet?
The play or the cupcake?
Aren't red velvet cupcakes just chocolate cupcakes?
Yeah.
With different frosting. I think they're bullshit. Yeah. That might be my most hot take. Because people love it. I just think it's chocolate.
I don't like red velvet Oreos. I don't think I like a single random flavor of Oreo except mint.
Mint is good.
And mint, like, you can't go wrong with mints. It's not like they were really, it's not like they were really going out on a limb with mint flavor.
No. And you would rather go regular than double stuff, right?
Yeah. I mean, double stuff is okay once in a while, but I'll always return to regular.
I can see that. Sometimes there's too much goo.
Game Pros. I run a Vanguard detachment in my current 40k since the majority of my army is elite, allowing me to basically have elites be my troops, don't have to field any troops at all if I don't wanna. Yeah, I think part of what stemmed this idea for me is because most of every codex is all elites. Because every time they come up with something that doesn't fit nicely into a slot, it just goes in elites. Disco, why should Games Workshop really give a shit what the community wants? Over 5 years, their stock is up many hundreds of percentage. Their revenue is higher than ever. Well, it sounds like they do give a shit about what people want, because they're giving people what they want.
Right. Also, their stock wouldn't be doing well if people didn't buy their stuff.
Also, I'm probably wrong with them needing to get rid of the detachment system. Because I have never built a game, and I haven't even played that many of them. But I think it'd be interesting.
I know. Did you see that there was one comment I think on the newest Models Memories where someone said they should hire Jay to make games. I loved that.
They should. They'd be out of business in a week, but they should. It'd be fun for me. But I do think that though my ideas are good for the current version of Kill Team that no longer exists.
Right. Lucky Bat, did you ever find the s'mores Oreos?
I never did. I never located those. I mean, s'mores anything is usually pretty epic. I mean, you know, s'mores. S'mores are great. Disco. My point is, I think Games Workshop knows what they're doing. Obviously not. They've just lucked into their success.
Yeah, exactly.
Xeranus, does Khorne still get the option to take Berserkers as troops? I have no idea. Power Surge. Plot twist. The Scalpers are the ones responsible for Games Workshop's stock giga growth.
Oh my god.
I know somebody was talking about how it took Lego a year to figure out a way to deal with Scalpers because the last time that they released the UCS, which is Ultimate Collector's Series Millennium Falcon, apparently they had a big problem with like people buying them up and then selling them secondhand because it was a very limited edition product. I forget how they fixed it, but apparently they did some fairly major things to try to like figure out like, okay, only one per card or one per charge, so that people couldn't buy very many.
That makes sense. Interesting.
Isaac Strong, I'm pretty sure you can't have an all biker list. You'll just need to spend all of your command points on outrider detachments. But if I don't take only bikes, then I would have had to. Then I would get to keep all of my command points. See, I want to keep all my command points and get to do whatever I want. That's fair.
Yeah.
Clearly.
That is clearly fair.
Yeah. Also, if I roll a 1-up, I win.
At the start of every phase.
Yeah. But I just love the idea of somebody coming into Games Workshop and being like, oh, this looks kind of neat. How do I get into this? I'll just buy anything you want. If you think Triarch Stalkers are cool, your army can be 5 Triarch Stalkers. Instead of being like, oh, Necrons are cool. Okay, so here's what you're going to not want to do. You're going to want an HQ, probably an Overlord, because he's pretty good. And then you're going to want 2 troops. Now, depending on the troops, you have 2 options, and both of those have sub-options. And it's like, oh, but I just like the spider robot. Yeah, you can bring 2 spider robots if you bring all of this other stuff.
Yeah.
Or you can spend a command point to bring this detachment so that you can
What's a command point? Oh my god, you don't even know what command
Okay,
points are?
so you got to get the $60 giant ass book, and it'll explain what the command points are, and then you can spend one to. Because right now we have rules that kind of let you do whatever you want, but I almost wonder if there's a way to do away with the rules and just have it be do whatever you want. Joe Dracos, if I get another army, my wife would also kill me, slowly and painfully, with the new models.
Ah.
Joe Dracos, command points are bullshit. Seriously, I sort of agree. I liked them in 8th when it was 3 options, and you usually did the reroll, and it was kind of neat because it gave you one more thing to think about. You're like, ooh, that roll was not good. Do I spend a command point to re-roll it, or do I hold on to that because there might be something else that bones me even harder that I'm going to want to re-roll? That was really cool. But when your army has, like, a sheet, like the Necrons have dozens and dozens of stratagems, and you kind of have to keep track of them. And another problem I sort of see is that the stratagems all compete against each other. So even though there's a lot of kind of interesting and fun stratagems, they're competing against really, really, really efficient stratagems. Like in that video, I showed off the exploding scarab.
Kittens.
The exploding scarab command point, and you probably wouldn't ever use it because that one point can make a scarab explode, but that one point can also make your reanimation better. And it's kind of sucks that those two things are competing against each other, because you'd want to take both of them in a game because it gives you options and different things you can do. So I'm not in love with the stratagems currently.
Chicken nuggets, I didn't know it was that involved. I always thought it was you can take whatever you want as long as it's within the number of points you agreed with against your opponent.
That would be how I think it should be. Although it all falls apart when you try to balance 40k in any capacity. Because, like, how do you make a Space Marine equivalent to the appropriate points of Imperial Guard versus the equivalent points of Orcs versus the equivalent points of a Custodes? I get why it's such a tricky thing. Shashang R, I want to start collecting chaplains like you were. To start, what to buy? I mean, you probably want to buy all of the chaplains you can currently purchase. So, like the Primaris chaplain. There's 2 fine cast chaplains I think you can buy currently. So probably start with those, and then if you're still feeling it, keep going on eBay and Troll Trader and stuff, and see if you can pick up the out of production chaplains. Shankar, have you got Lamarties or some of the Guardians of Lost? I don't know if I'm going to go down the route of collecting generic chaplains. Because, a few chapters have their own specific chaplains, but, like, I don't know if it makes sense for me to collect Blood Angels specific chaplains. Or Dark Angel specific chaplains.
I mean, then are you even completing anything then? I mean, what are you doing?
Also, the Blood Angels have a generic chaplain that looks so cool with a jump pack. So I might have to buy that one just because it looks dope. Power Surge. Also, make your own chaplain. Kit bash it.
Michael Spitz, torn on Tau or Genestealer Cult for my birthday. It hurts.
Ooh, probably Tau. Genestealer Cult are really hard to play. And a little bit hard to get into. They're a newer range of models, so they're a little pricier. And they die so easy. I think Genestealer Neophytes might be the squishiest Maybe no. Chaos Space Marine cultists are squishier. Because I want to say that Gene Stealer Cult might be a 5-up save, maybe instead of a 6-up save. It might be a 6-up save. But a 6-up save on like a toughness 2 body, like it might be toughness 3. Are humans toughness 3? Are almost all things toughness 3 except Space Marines and Orcs? You know
Orcs
what?
are toughness 5.
Orcs are toughness 5. Yeah, they are now. I also would love to try to convert 40k into a D10 system, because I just want to see what would happen. Joe Dracos, I like Space Marines and Imperial Guard because they have an actual force organization. For instance, 6 troops, 2 fast attack, and 2 heavy support for a company. Ah, yeah, they have it in lore of how you're meant to put an army together. Didn't I take a reference photo? Something I wanted to emulate.
Joe Dracos, I'm a Tyranid player. Gene Stealer Cult are lame.
I like the Gene Stealer Cult a lot. I think it would be a tough first army. But if that's the army you're like, these are the coolest and everything else sucks, for sure go with the Gene Stealer Cult. I think they also might just be so new that people are still figuring them out a little bit. Games Workshop might be trying to figure them out still.
Well, I mean, maybe in the new edition, they're the best army.
Maybe. Although they don't have a codex.
Well.
Well, they have an 8th edition codex.
Yeah. And that's all you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm. Raymond Bondaroo, the four-armed god is not happy about your comments. The great sky gods will remember this. Frozen Throg, 40k with D10 sounds like a great plan. Because then I feel like you have just a little bit more room to play with. You know, maybe a guardsman can be, you know, toughness 3, and a space marine can be toughness 6, and an orc can be toughness 7.
And you are the new game designer.
I am the newest hire for game development. Yeah, I actually was the lead of the Cursed City distribution. I thought I maybe in hindsight, being 2020, maybe 10 boxes was a little small to have ordered, but. Frozen Throg. But you would need to reduce the number of dice. I don't feel like getting a bucket of D10s. No, you're going to need a lot of D10s. You're going to need about 50.
D10s.
Joe Draco's Gene Stealer Cult aren't that new. They had a 2nd edition army and maybe even a 3rd edition army. Yeah, but then they didn't have an army for like over a decade. Is that the real reason why you haven't posted a battle report, Eons of Battle? Because Games Workshop bought you both after that Space Hulk video?
Oh my god. Exactly. Megaspitz knows how good that that video is. Some of our best content. Michael Spitz. Did somebody say Space Hulk?
Maybe that should be our first battle report back. Or our first new battle report is Space Hulk.
That'd be funny.
Most people don't even know that the game exists because it hasn't been re-released in like 6 years. Which you'd think if they ever needed a slot filler, like if they're like, we just have nothing for July, boom, Space Hulk.
Right. Or like put it in stores. Or something, like that's where it should
MTG
be.
Gaming Channel. Hello there. Magic the Gathering Gaming Channel. Or Mega Tornado Gaming. Or Mountain Toboggan Gizmo.
Green. I'm sure all of that is true.
Michael Garrett, Secret Wish, Plastic Eldar update, new avatar, Exodites on dragons. Oh, what if they just drop the Eldar line and bring it back as the Exodites? Just dinosaur riding Eldar. And it's Mecha. Give us some quickie battle reports. It's a crime not to see your beautiful minis in some tabletop carnage.
Well, if you want those, we actually have a Patreon goal.
We do.
Because we're gonna need to build a table and finish a bunch of terrain and get some practice in. So we have a Patreon goal. So if you join our Patreon, you're gonna get us one step closer.
You're gonna need to get that TikTok camera, or the TikTok camera.
Exactly. That camera's really cool.
Oh God,
So I'm in the middle of writing an email. But we're trying to get them for free.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were constantly trying to flex our muscle to get free stuff. Actually, we're not. We really aren't. But it's funny sometimes.
But that one we are.
Yeah. It's great. It's not even that expensive, but it'd be great if we could get it for free.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like my argument's pretty good.
Yeah.
We have the biggest Warhammer YouTube channel that's ever existed.
I mean, if we get one, I guarantee a dozen other channels are going to buy one.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Spitz, can you just paint the mini this time? Also, as the resident expert, can I preview this?
Where do you live? You can join the game. There you go.
Joe Jerk goes, I joined Patreon for a month. I feel very tired all of a sudden. Unrelated, I'm sure, to our Patreon.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. God, what is the camera called?
I might have filmed. No, don't tell him! Don't divulge our secrets!
Okay, I won't. It's a really cool camera, though.
It is. Oh, yeah, you guys should really feel left out. Like,
God, it's probably... It looks like it's like 2 inches by 1.5 inches. I mean, it's tiny.
Yeah,
It's,
I'm really familiar with those measurements.
Exactly. Yeah, for some reason.
Michael Spitz, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm coming back. How long will it take to walk to Illinois? I think, you could probably, day, maybe a day and a half. Frozen Throg, I have a table in the works. Just come to Sweden and we can do the reports here. Perfect. On our way.
Amazing. Can you smuggle us?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, put us in the trunk like you're trying to get us into a drive-in movie.
Exactly.
I've been to a drive-in movie theater. It was fun. I went actually a few times. One time I saw E.T. and Alien, which was quite the double feature.
Mm-hmm.
An adorable little movie and a really, really scary movie.
Michael Spitz, how long does it take to walk to Sweden?
No, we would travel by map, like Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah. Amazing.
Does that look good? I think it looks acceptable. The shadows are a bit harsh, but you know what?
So am
I'm
I.
harsh. Yeah.
I'm a bit harsh.
Time to paint way more little lines.
Yeah.
Joe Draco's Alien was the adorable one, right? Absolutely. Oh god, somebody posted the funniest thing in memes today. It was the Eldar. It was a a Spider-Man meme, and the Eldar is like, "I don't want to fight you, monkeys," and then the Space Marines are like, "I wouldn't want to fight me either." Ha ha ha! Everyone laughed. It was great.
Ha 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 ha. I get it. Yeah. It's always the pinnacle of comedy of saying a meme out loud.
Yeah. But the humans, they just fight. And the Eldar are like, we don't what? This is not helping anything. Ah, this is going off the rails. There's something with my camera. Why am I not managing to keep anything in focus? Or not in focus, but in frame. I need to tilt the camera a little bit closer to me. There we go. Maybe that. Daniel Bear, will you guys be live streaming during football season? I'm not sure if I can watch you guys over the Bears. Yes, we will be. So you'll have to pick. Although we do record these and then have them saved if you, for some reason, don't want to watch live.
Exactly. And they're on our YouTube channel. If you go to our channel and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a playlist with all of them in there. You can watch them. Frozen Throg, it's almost 6. I should probably sleep a couple of hours. No. Zach is whack. Can we get a burp count, please? Eventually. One day.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a fun thing to add.
Joe Drago's not gonna make it. Sleep beckons, must resist. We'll miss too many burps. That is true. You would miss all the burps.
Mm. Especially if you watch The Bears.
Bears.
Someone else, but you know.
I remember there was a classic radio jingle that was like I don't go to church, but I know God understands. I can sit on my couch because God is a fan of the Bears. Michael Spitz, I'm actually rebelling and not watching streams live because Nick didn't even sue YouTube for me.
I did sue YouTube for you. Yeah, we're shutting down YouTube. Single-handedly. EonsOfBattle.
Shashankar, do you trust eBay sellers? Because I don't. That's why I don't get anything from them. Oh yeah, I trust them. I used to buy almost everything from eBay because it was a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, sounds like somebody has trust issues.
Although it seems like the prices have kind of leveled out, and eBay is not incredible for getting good deals anymore, except for used stuff, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Although even
With
used
eBay,
stuff, I feel like Frontline Gaming and Troll Trader are better, and even maybe or Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, with eBay, there is a chance of you buying recast on accident.
That is true.
Somebody selling stuff. That's like one of the big things. But
Yeah, I've never had it happen.
I haven't had a problem.
I mean, yeah, if you buy something resin from Forge World, there's a fair chance, but like GW stuff is pretty rare.
Yeah. I mean, we used to buy armies on Daka, then strip them, and then sell them on eBay. We made enough money to buy a camera.
Yeah. An amazing camera that would never automatically stop recording.
Exactly. Well, 2014 was a rough year, let's just say.
Zach is whack. My dad is one of those people that always randomly repeats stuff he hears in commercials and ads, and one of them is Da Bears.
Michael Spitz, okay, fine, I'll watch the streams live if Nick gets a camera and a dancer pole. I mean, what do you think I'm doing right now?
Power Surge, I've said it before, but one of my local stores is an eBay seller mainly, but has amazing deals for local shoppers and it is an actual small store ran by 2 people. Neat. I found a little place like that in Sullivan, not Sullivan, Illinois. Johnson City, Tennessee. It was a Star Wars store called Wampa Toys, and primarily they sold stuff on eBay, but they had some pretty good prices in store. I got a Stormtrooper, a Kenner Stormtrooper. Although it could be a recast because the paint's wrong, or not a recast, but a replica, or not a ripoff because the paint's wrong. Although it looks like an actually old ripoff, so I'm fine with it. But like, it looks like it's been in a sandbox, so I'm fine.
Because you've been in a sandbox.
Yeah.
My cats like sandboxes for some reason. That's a cat poop joke, everyone. Laugh.
Oh, God, I wish we had a soundboard.
We can. One day.
We don't have the technology.
One day the stream will be insane. We'll have lighting effects. We'll have dancer poles. It'll be an insane stream. We'll have celebrity guests.
Yeah! Absolutely we will.
It's gonna be crazy.
Zaranus. Just make sure to check the seller's customer reviews and all, and you'll probably be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not that tricky.
Yeah, probably don't buy from somebody that has never sold anything before. And has 0 reviews.
Yeah, and like if the price is unbelievable, you probably shouldn't believe it. $10 for Intercessor Space Marines. $10.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a definitely buy, right?
Oh yeah. You're not allowed to lie on the internet. There's laws. Was there something I was looking for on eBay? I think I was looking for something.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, a Lay's potato chip in the shape of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's what you were looking for. A classic.
I have a document somewhere that has like a bunch of old kits that I do intend to get one day. If I can see them for a deal. Speaking of a deal, do I have my... There's my black paint. Ominous Mecha found somebody selling a Riptide for 9. 9 currencies.
Zach is whack. Nick is on the dancer pole already. We just need to get the camera to prove it. All right, so join our Patreon, and that will help us Before the camera. Stripper pole cam.
Michael Spitz. But one day would you have good hosts? Well, we're the hosts. We'd have guests. Oh, but we're not good hosts.
Yeah. We'll get someone else.
Who? We'll get Ellen. She's not working.
Yeah.
We'll get Ellen and Conan because they both lost their jobs.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I love Conan. He's my favorite.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Zach is back. EOB OnlyFans when? We have one.
That is
Technically.
true. Technically.
We have, yeah. We're a little light on content at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do people, so on OnlyFans, so there's like people getting naked and stuff, but is there also just regular people putting out content that's paywalled?
Some people were trying to do that. You know, that's what they're trying. I've seen like commercials for OnlyFans where they like somebody has a cooking thing where they give out recipes and stuff. But really,
do they give out recipes naked?
Yeah. But really, you know, it's for you know, it's for some naked fun times.
Naked.
Exactly. By the way, I'll produce anyone's OnlyFans content. So.
Yeah. What are your OnlyFans rates?
I mean, it depends on what we're doing. I would say.
Michael Spitz. Well, good night, cause EST gang and my vision's blurry now.
Well, okay then, I guess. We'll miss you.
MTG Gaming Channel. What time is it in the YouTube country? In the Netherlands, it is 6 a.m.
It is 11 p.m.
Yeah. Holy moly. I'm getting a little sleepy, and I looked at the clock, and it was 11:05, and then I figured probably 30 more minutes had gone by, and it's 11:07.
Oh my god.
I'll make it. Or I'll fall asleep on stream.
That'd be fun.
It would be.
I've had the thing where someone has fallen asleep while on a Skype call. I've actually had it twice. It's very funny. They just stop talking all of a sudden.
And then you ruin their life.
Yeah. Well, you do that in the morning when they're embarrassed.
And then they're like, and yeah, because you show them the footage, and they're like, ha ha ha, and then you're like, no, this is a YouTube video. It has 100,000 views.
It has 100,000 views.
Yeah, I think these custom purity seals turned out pretty good. These are good old-fashioned green stuff and tin. I have a YouTube video on how I make these.
Really? What's the YouTube channel?
Eons of Gaming.
Oh, wow. That's a very unique name. That's my YouTube channel's name.
Yeah.
It's French.
Le burp. Tamble track. Where is the J and Jorts? One day. It's not a high priority item. Usually we're working on videos, and then it's like, well, maybe after the videos are done, we'll do that. But then after the videos are done, I'm like, I need to like clean and eat food.
That's true. It is a lot of work.
It is.
Put out 3 videos a week.
and somehow still have more to say.
And and how do you have more to say?
Exactly.
Well, you just do. And here it goes.
Trevor Lebert, some guys in my old WoW guild used to fall asleep while raiding.
That's amazing. I don't even know how you do that. You're active. You're actively doing a thing.
I can see it. I've been really sleepy before, and I've been like, maybe I'll just close my eyes. Just for a second.
Like sitting in a chair?
Yeah.
I would never be able to do that.
I would take naps in my biology class. I'd get some shut eye in. Sometimes I would be so tired. I'd be sitting in class, and the teacher was kind of off to my right, and so I would actually close my left eye. I wouldn't close both eyes, but I would close an eye just to try to get a little bit of shut eye. Oh, architecture.
So it is always a wild time.
Just sitting there being like, I could be getting so much work done.
God.
But instead I'm here.
Remember how we had that theater class where they were like, oh, you'll have a job one day or whatever that class was? Career prep.
Yeah,
remember
Fridays.
I skipped it one day and the teacher was pissed?
Yep,
that was dumb.
Yeah, because it matters.
Never understood. She didn't understand why her class was way dumber and way less important.
Oh yeah, you're getting real uppity about a class that's mandatory.
Yeah. The thing is, like, she got offended that I wasn't taking her class seriously. But like it's my life though. So I don't think you should get personally offended. Doesn't make any sense. It's not like I'm doing it to be mean to her. I'm doing it for my life.
And to be a little mean to her.
Well, I mean, I had to leave. I had to not do it. I had to do something else.
Underdog painting. Hey peeps, hope all are well. First time here. Nice.
Welcome.
Power Surge, you get used to the fights and you fall asleep. Jared, I passed my year 9 French exam because our teacher fell asleep in the middle of it. So did everyone just start cheating really hard? Because that's amazing.
That is pretty amazing, and I hope that's what happened. That better be what happened.
Have you ever cheated on a test?
No.
I don't think I have either. I just do bad.
Right.
Oh, no, wait. No, I have cheated on tons of online things.
Oh, yeah, if we're going to talk about online.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I've done that. Like, I even had the, I don't know if you've ever had this, where you have to download a special browser that locks you out of other things. I even had to do that, and I just used I just used my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
To cheat.
Absolutely. And what's great is they try the different ways to stop that, like time limits and stuff. But the time limit is always long enough to Google every question.
Yeah. Yeah, what are we doing here, folks?
Yeah. No, I've cheated on every online exam ever I've cheated.
Yep.
It looks like I made it to the stream early.
Yeah.
Jared. Yep, near instantaneous cheating off of the one guy that could speak passable French. Trevor Lebert, I was left alone on an entrance exam for a job, so I Googled stuff on my phone. Nice.
Did you get the job?
My palate's all dry. I remember, I think the reason I passed my astronomy class is because, like...
You had sex with the teacher.
No, I don't think he was into me. But the quizzes made up a huge portion of our grade, and they were all online. And for some reason, I did really, really well on them. Mm-hmm. Although I don't think the teacher was trying that hard, because a lot of the questions, like, you Google them, and you find, like, test prep questions of them. Yeah. So he was clearly just getting them from some generic book. Mm-hmm. And then not restructuring them or anything. What's your opinion on the Sodas situation? It's tough. It sucks that Games Workshop asked him to take it down. It's from what he said to Valrac, it sounds like Games Workshop's willing to work with him or to buy his stuff, but he's not sure if he wants to sell it to them. And people were being shitty to him, saying that he was either too shilly or not shilly enough. And it sucks. Hopefully, maybe when Warhammer Plus comes out, they'll either relinquish, or they'll just let him publish it again, or they'll cut him a check for the content. But yeah, it is poopy. I don't know. Because obviously it's great when they pay for someone stuff, because that person gets paid, their stuff gets to be official. But it sucks that he had to take his stuff down, and it's just down. And previously cool content is now just gone. So, I don't know. It's tough. It's poopy. And presumably Games Workshop doesn't have to do that. But they have. I don't know.
So the official word is it's poopy.
It's poopy. I think if I was in this situation, I'd be tempted to just leave it up. I guess they could claim it.
Yeah.
But
that's what they'll do.
It's up, so I don't know. He has other animations besides 40k stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you probably don't want to mess with your channel getting taken down.
Yeah. You start a second channel.
And then put it up on that. And then have it under, like, someone else's name.
Yeah, exactly. Start a channel called James Workshop.
Ah, that'd be a troll move.
Mm-hmm.
Be good.
Put it up on Vimeo. That way no one sees it.
Exactly.
Vimeo is actually the artist platform.
Mm-hmm. There's a version of 12 Ophelias on Vimeo.
Crispin Vasquez, it's amazing. You guys still suck.
Oh, yeah.
Tambletrack, Jay and Nick's diplomas will now be revoked. Good.
That's fine.
Honestly, I didn't know I graduated until I got sent the thing. I never once checked my grades.
Yep.
Trevor Lebert, Astartes was great, and there is so much shown in their last trailer that we might not see. Well, you'll definitely see it, because he is officially working for Games Workshop now.
Is he a shill for working for Games Workshop?
Yes. Power Surge.
I feel like that's literally, I would be like, score! Holy shit. I could tell my mom, she wouldn't know what it is. It'd be awesome.
Power Surge. Warhammer Plus price is going to be low, right? Or are we also going to get a 20% price increase on that as well? It seems like it's fairly reasonable. What is it, $6 a month?
Yeah.
Or $60 for the year?
Yeah.
So they give you 2 months if you buy it for the year. Mm-hmm. Jared, breaking news! The situation is currently poopy.
Mm-hmm. Breaking news! The situation is currently poopy. back to you, Jay, in the studio.
Like, if I was Games Workshop, I don't know if, like, you know, you ask them to take it down, and then you ask them if they want to work with you, and then they say no. I guess, do you just, on the download, do you be like, you can put it back up, it's fine. Or do you just leave it taken down? I don't know. It sucks. I mean, Games Workshop's a corporation. What's the name of that guy? That the real liberally guy. He had a great quote where he was like, "When you
Bernie
become
Sanders.
a corporation, kinda different guy though. When you become a corporation, you gain some very powerful attributes. You can never die. You can't be held accountable. You can't be put in jail, but you get some pretty bad, some pretty miserable things happen to you as well. Like, nobody trusts you, nobody likes you, nobody has any empathy for you, no one cares about you." It's definitely Games Workshop.
I'm a corporation.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about me.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with the Sodaz thing.
We'll put it on our channel.
Yeah, let's do it.
How funny would that be? Should we reach out to him? We'll put it on our channel. We'll see what happens.
Power Surge. So $60 for the service and a miniature. Yes.
And there's only one miniature that's cool.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
though
according to the
everyone in
comments
world
on
will
that
argue
video.
otherwise.
Yeah. No, clearly the assassin's the cool one. And the orc is lame.
Unless you're a
Lame
goose, and
sauce. Yeah.
Then you think the orc one's the best one. These squig riders are kind of big. Way bigger than I thought they were. Not complaining, just an observation.
John Eduardo Fernandez. I started building my first Warhammer minifigures. I'm doing Space Marines. Would you recommend to glue every part before painting, or put the heads or other parts away? Probably just glue everything. Makes it nice and easy. It'll make some things harder to reach, but maybe you just don't need to reach those things because you can't see them.
It is true.
It just saw a cockroach bigger than a manta on my fucking wall. Wow. God, I was working in a theater in southern Illinois, and they put out glue traps like you'd put out for mice, and they were covered in giant ass cockroaches, and it was disgusting.
And you ate
nasty.
those, right? That was
Yeah.
part of the meal plan there.
Oh yeah. You know, though, beautiful theater. Apparently, they were in the process of purchasing a new building to be their where they build everything.
I wonder
And
if that
so,
happened.
no, yeah, it definitely did not. No, it doesn't exist anymore. And and so it seemed like they were just letting the current place just sink into the ground. There was a huge rainstorm while I was working there, and there was a hole in the ceiling, and so they just had to clear out the shop and let it flood. That's just what they do when it rains.
Yeah, that's always what you want.
Like a hole, not like a hole in the ceiling, like a little crack with a drip. Like, just you look up and there's a sky.
Yep.
Xavier Martineau. Hey Jay, just bought my first Chaos Space Marines Talons. Warp Talons? That's awesome. Chan Lennox, is there what's a project you would love to do for the channel, but it's just too much of a time commitment? Probably battle reports. One day we'll do it.
Yeah. Although, join the Patreon.
Yeah.
It's one of our Patreon goals.
Brings us one step closer. Things I'd love to do, but it's hard to do for time. I would love to do some like cosplay and prop stuff, but it would be really, really hard to do weekly. Like, and if it's a series, no one will care. Like, if it's a series, people, some people will maybe watch the first one, less people watch the second one, less people watch the third one.
Yeah.
Or do I do it like little by little by little and then publish it one day? Like, I don't know. It'd be really hard.
I feel like that's probably the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Build it over time and then make it a whole thing.
Yeah.
Or get so good you can just build it in one day.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a one-day build. A Jay's one-day build.
Yeah.
Totally not copying anyone else.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to check on an Etsy person. R.Y. Clegg. Hey guys, joining from the UK. Currently 5 a.m. We're going through a heat wave and sleep avails me.
Oh, God. Yeah, the heat sucks when you're trying to go to bed.
It does. It does. Prussian Blue, and I'm here 2.5 hours late. My Victoria stuff arrived, so that's fun. Been slapping some of the gear on militiamen. Xavier Martineau, do you have clone troopers for Star Wars Legion? Not yet. One day I'll have everything for Legion, and it'll be glorious, but not yet. Right now I just have rebels and stormtroopers.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to have everything for Star Wars. James Barden Johnson, what got you interested in Black Templar besides the fact that they look badass? I love the Black Templar because they are the most 40k of the Space Marines. Because they worship the Emperor as a god. They love candles and churches and books and honor and purging the heretics and crusading. I felt like of all the Space Marines, they're the most Space Marine-y. I know the Ultramarines are technically like the poster boys for Space Marines, but I think that they're not even that Space Marine-y because the Space Marines are kind of different than a lot of the other armies for the Imperium, but because they see the Emperor as like a guy instead of a god, but not the Black Templar. The Black Templar are like, oh, you don't think the Emperor is a god? All right, well, get the flamethrowers. The Black Templar are bad guys. They're not good people. They don't do the right thing.
Speaking of not doing the right thing, would you rather kiss a beast of Nurgle or get captured by the Dark Eldar?
I'd definitely kiss a beast of Nurgle, because then you might live. Go Dark Eldar, you're going to get flayed alive.
I mean, don't you think you kissed a beast of Nurgle and you might get sick?
Yeah, you're going to get sick, but at least you're not going to get tortured to death. Well, you might get tortured to death, but it's at least not going to be a certainty.
Take a risk.
I mean, the Dark Eldar keep themselves young by torturing people.
Mm-hmm. Although it does sound kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
Something about it.
Xavier Martineau, well, I have some clone troopers, and I make them the 212th color so that they're Obi-Wan Kenobi's units. Ah, neat. Power Surge. You won't be tortured to death, you'll be tortured forever. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Prussian Blue. What annoys me is the Hospitallers have the red on white colors and the Black Templar have the white on red. Templars historically were red on white and Hospitallers were white on black. Nerd.
Yeah.
Darknet.
Yep, you just said that out loud.
Found your channel about 2 weeks ago. Great work, dude. One of my favorites. Keep up the great work. Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
nice.
you. Nick, please never say, speaking of which, again, you scared me into thinking the stream was going to end early.
Speaking of which... Oh, no. Yeah, we have a whole 30 minutes. And I'm also going to finish all these squig hoppers.
Ooh. There's a whole purity seal right here that I didn't notice, and now I have to paint. It's basically the days of ruins.
Yep. Hey, what are you going to do with yourself? Squig hoppers. Squig hoppers. Russian Blue, you're calling me a nerd in the chat of a Warhammer live stream.
Exactly. That shows how nerdy you are.
Yeah, that's even worse, honestly. It's really incriminating.
Mm-hmm. All right, is that the only those are the last purity seals that I have to worry about? I think they are.
There you go.
Zeranus, with Nurgle, you have the chance to get 6, sure, but if you get the gift of Nurgle or whatever, you'll be happy about it. Dark Eldar are just going to be a real bad forever time. Yeah. You know what's a fun model? The Beast of Nurgle. He's so cute. He has a tentacle afro.
Ah. Adorable.
Yeah, I got some good work done tonight. I finished the purity seals. I finished his whole coat. Malfest99. I'm sure someone's asked already, but what brushes are you using? I'm using some Rosemary & Co. Synthetic Series 313s. I'm using sizes 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then for really fine details, I'm using a Da Vinci Maestro size 0. But I'm doing a lot of detail work, so I got my good brushes out. Often I'm using some Walmart specials.
Eons of Battle, brought to you by Walmart.
Yeah.
We look like we belong at Walmart.
Yeah, one time I went to a Trader Joe's, and I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. This is not my place.
Exactly. And they actually threw you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they picked you up by your shoes and your shirt and just threw you right out. Have you ever seen videos of like somebody getting kicked out of a bar, like, and the bouncer's like a really big guy and just picks up the person, just brings them outside? Some of my favorite videos online.
I saw a video of somebody probably getting paralyzed where they were really putting up a fight with the bouncer, and so the bouncer grabbed them, lifted them up, and slammed them into the ground. And I'm like, yep, permanent damage.
Yep.
They're a different human being now, and they'll never remember why.
Yeah.
Malfast99. I love painting my JUDICIAR. He's boss. Malfast99. What are your plans for the Hourglass Sand? I had a tough time with that. I've gotten okay over time at painting like things in jars, so I'll probably just really carefully paint it to look like it's see-through while being flat technically.
And full of sand.
Yeah, it'll be something.
Yeah, you will not want to miss that.
What was I working on? Oh, yeah. my palette all dry again? I think the sponge it holds water a little differently than the paper towel I'm used to.
You know what? That sounds about right.
There we go. I do like the Masterson's wet palette though. I don't use their paper, even though I've heard different. Some people get used to their paper. I didn't particularly like it, and I followed the instructions to the T. You're supposed to like soak it in boiling water for a certain amount of time, and that activates it. But it didn't keep my paints wet like a good old piece of parchment paper does.
And so you do have a suit against Masterson's
I do,
right now,
I
right?
do, yeah.
About
Yeah.
the paper?
Because they have robbed me of my $11.
Exactly.
I find their product barely functional.
You can say that again.
Mm-hmm. I find their product
Bah.
barely functional.
You can say that again.
I'm thinking about getting a second one because I often have 2 different painting projects going. And so it'd be nice to have 2 because it has a decent lid. Maybe it's finally time to retire my plate.
Double PP.
Mm-hmm.
Double paint project. Yeah, but where are you going to get that $11? I don't know how much it is.
Malfest99. The Army Painter wet palette is worth the premium in my opinion. Sponge and paper are idiot proof. Doesn't that one have kind of tall sides though? Army Painter wet palettes. Army Painter wet palette. Boop boop. Images. Oh yeah, it looks like it's pretty much the same as the Masterson's wet palette, or not the Masterson's, the Redgrass wet palette.
Ah.
I don't like though that the sides are really round. It's kind of annoying.
Will the paper not fit in? Like, do you have to cut the paper to be round?
Yeah, or you just have to cut the paper short so it doesn't touch the round edges. Although I suppose their paper probably fits perfectly.
Of course it does.
Interesting.
You got the official from Jay on that one.
I mean, this works perfectly and is $11. So if this thing is more than $11, I guess you're buying it for the secondary. I guess it's kind of nice. It'll hold your paintbrushes too, which is kind of cool. Although it looks like it's designed to hold the Army Painter brushes that are triangle shaped, so it might have a hard time holding your regular paintbrushes. Interesting. Prussian Blue. Jay, when are you buying the Sigismund model from Forge World? I probably won't, because I think it kind of looks bad. He's a little on the squatty side of squatty Marines.
Squatty potty.
Your dad, I got the Redgrass wet palette and has some problems for me. Yeah, I feel like a wet palette is not a complicated machine. I mean, it's just some sort of a sponge and some sort of a paper. And my favorite is I like the sponge. I like also just regular old paper towel and cheap Reynolds parchment paper. I think in my wet palette video I did the math and it's like one roll of Reynolds will last you like 200 wet palettes or something, which is probably a severe undersell.
Mm-hmm. Right, and I mean, to be honest, you guys aren't painting your models that much. So, you'll be fine.
Malfest99. They hold round ones fine too. Oh, okay.
That's good.
Colton Lane. Can't beat the Mastersons for the value. Like you said, it works perfectly.
And this stream is sponsored by Mastersons.
Impression Blue. Jay, when you buy the Sigismund model from Forge World and make a true scale conversion tutorial, boy, I don't think I ever will, because it's a $70 model, and I don't like anything but the sword in the face. I think it looks really bad. And it's so much money. Would you rather be Tuska the Demon Killer or be a changeling? Well, I'd want to be Tuska the Demon Killer because he's the happiest orc in the world. He gets reanimated every day by Khorne so that he can fight demons.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like fun.
R.Y. Clegg, any tips on picking a paint scheme? I've recently picked up some Thousand Suns and keep flip-flopping. Take a picture, pop it into some sort of a Photoshop, and play around with colors on there. Otherwise, I don't know, just look at Pinterest, look at the internet, and pick one. And if you hate it, then try again.
Instagram's pretty good. You can search hashtag Thousand Suns and see millions of people doing it.
Yeah.
You know, of all levels, you'll get some amazing artists and some people that it might be their first army.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Impression Blue. Jay, when are you buying a Sigismund model from a Chinese recaster and making a true scale conversion tutorial? Maybe one day.
I'll say that you're not gonna do it.
No, probably not. It's just, yeah, it's just not that great a model. I don't know if it's a very early model in the run of, because there are some pretty cool 30k character models, but boy oh boy, does Sigismund look bad. I think he was actually part of my bad Forge World model video.
Yeah, but when are you gonna buy him?
It's pretty rare I buy models I don't like.
Are you saying that doesn't sound fun to you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. I only buy models I hate.
Yeah.
That's why I bought all the Gloomspite kits.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Great. Chicken Nugs, Jay, when are you going to start painting some Lord of the Rings models on the stream?
Tomorrow.
Wow. You heard it here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sundays are our Lord of the Rings. Yeah, and we only talk about Lord of the Rings. We don't talk about anything else.
Impression Blue.
Yeah.
On the topic of Forge World, apparently there's leaks of a new true scale Sons of Horus Praetor. Someone was sent it on accident, and it seems to have 3D lines for the helmet with the rest resin. Oh, you know what? I wonder, and I wonder if the YouTuber, it was Macca from the Outer Circle. Do you think it's possible that Macca has a fan at Forge World, and they took a because it's not even just the wrong mini in the box. It's like a prototype mini, I think. I wonder if because someone sent that to him.
Wow. He must have a man on the inside.
Because how does that happen? I mean, there's a picture of the thing on the box. Like, how does it happen that they put like an experimental model in a box?
Yeah, that does seem a little hard to believe.
Mm-hmm. And then it would go to a YouTuber.
Yeah. I mean, could it all be fake?
That's not a well. But would somebody have invented a model like that and then gave that to Mecha and then Mecha showed it off? I don't think it's fake.
I feel like it's not hard to believe that. Because I mean, think about how many 3D modelers there are.
That is true. But
I guess it all depends on everything. I don't know anything about this at all.
It's a Forge World. It's a brand new Forge World 30K mini. And so I guess we'll have to see if Forge World produces it or not. If they don't produce it, it's probably fake. If they do produce it, it must be real.
Yeah, that'd be insane. That'd be insane that he, out of everyone in the world, would get that.
He is kind of the 30K guy. Not a lot of people do 30K.
Yeah.
And he's certainly the most opinionated of all the people who do it.
True.
MDG Ibsonism. I'm surprised they still make Lord of the Rings figures. I really thought after the last movie that license would end. I definitely don't think it's as popular as it was, but I think there's still a fan base for it.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 fans.
Vite09. Just had my second interview to work at a retail Warhammer store, and I think it went really well. One more interview to get 50% off all Warhammer. Here I come.
Oh my goodness. We'll have a man on the inside.
Uranus. Coincidence? I think not. Has anyone seen the video? Does he have the same hypothesis I do? Because otherwise, I mean, that's beyond silly. That somebody, put the wrong, prototype model in a box and sent it to Australia.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the only thing I can figure is they probably do ship prototypes all over the place to, like, different people who need to see it and look at it, but I mean, why would it get sent to a random person who's a YouTuber? Sarah Kitty. Got my hands on my first greenskins, the Grots and Runthurter kits I ordered showed up in the mail today. Still waiting for the other kits. Sweet!
I love it.
Jared, I mean, considering that somehow past Forge World's stringent quality control, aka their trained chimp, it's is it really beyond the realm of possibility?
Yes.
Daniel
I feel
Bear.
like it is.
Mecha is Archlight. Jay, how much would you have to donate to get you to paint your least favorite model with your worst brushes? Man, I don't really dislike that many models. I think I'd have fun painting pretty much anything. I guess it would have to be a Warlord Titan, because that looks like no fun whatsoever. And then painting it with like a paint roller.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
So yeah, if you guys get me a Warlord Titan, I'll do a horrible job painting it.
God, imagine putting that thing together.
Chan Lennox, I work at a Games Workshop, and because of Games Workshop's policy, they can only legally give us 15% off. That's outrageous. Is that how that works? Because I know they're only allowed to give a 15% discount because that's what they've set. But that discount applies to not, like, customer transactions? I guess it's still a transaction, I suppose. It's just not that is bogus. Prussian Blue. So far, it seems people think it's a prototype given the 3D printed head. Oh. I don't know about the inside man theory. Interesting. So is it a 3D printed head, or did it? Because Forge World is kind of bad about things looking like 3D prints, because they are. If you look on,
goes back to my theory. Could it just be a lie?
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
If it's just a 3D print, I mean, I could 3D print you something right now.
Yeah, we should do that. Brand new, never before seen Games Workshop products.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just don't put it past them to do that either.
Mm-hmm. Squats return to 40k. Eons of Battle has the breaking news.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're doing this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're lying. Everyone in the chat, just, ignore that. Play along.
Passion Blue, I know my friendly local game store gives employees 20% off stuff in store. Totally was an incentive to apply. Chan Lennox, I get 30% off of our stuff except GW. Wait, not a Games Workshop, just a Games Workshop store. Okay, so that's not. So they can give you 15% off of Games Workshop stuff legally. Interesting. You'd think though, if landed cost was, what do you think landed cost is? Is 50%, 60%?
Something like that.
You'd think, even if it's technically illegal, you could give them a discount if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Who's gonna know?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like whoever's running the show is maybe a little stingy.
And you heard it here, folks.
Yeah, saying something mean about someone I don't know and I'll probably never meet, which means I'm safe from repercussions.
Yeah. Jared, breaking news. Things are no longer poopy as squats are back. Yeah, exactly.
Idit, would you rather have a big titty Eldar girlfriend or a big booty Tau girlfriend? Yes. Definitely Eldar, because Eldar are humans with pointy ears, and Tau are like fish goats.
I mean, that sounds hotter, but okay.
MDG Gibson-ism, do you have any interest in miniatures from other companies? Creature Caster, Reaper? Oh yeah, I have tons of stuff, tons of non-GW stuff. I think one of my favorites is a not quite Games Workshop company that's called War Games Exclusive. Or no, it's not called. It's called. Is it called War Games Exclusive? It might be. Now I'm all turned around. But they have some really, really cool Count As stuff. And Anvil Industries is great. I know. I all I need to do is click check out on Artel W. I have stuff from Bombshell Miniatures. I got lots of Reaper Bones. Is that it? I have Victoria Miniatures stuff. And a whole bunch of 3D prints.
Oh, yeah. Millions.
RY Clegg. In the UK, most local game stores offer 20% off all games or stuff. I know. Oh, there's some amazing UK sellers that have amazing discounts, and the one I wanted to buy from does not ship to America. And I was like, can I somehow buy everything and then have it shipped somewhere in the UK and then have it shipped to me and it still be cheaper than buying in America? And it was pretty close. James
Gotcha.
Barbara Johnston. Sisters for the win. Sisters of Battle are epic. They're so cool. Power Surge. Big Titty Eldar any day. Chan Lennox. Fish goats. Yum.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. It is only 16 dislikes away from 100. Alright, all of you lurkers, everybody who's just listening, turn off the Chumbawamba, pause your game, and give us a dislike.
Yeah, you lurkers and twerkers.
You know, power down Stardew Valley. Whatever spreadsheet you're working on, and give us a dislike.
Spreadsheet? Who's working on a
I don't know.
spreadsheet at 12?
What can people do on the internet besides make spreadsheets?
Yeah, I guess that's true. There's
Just
nothing else you
yeah.
can do. You can watch the Eons of Battle live stream and do spreadsheets.
Maybe they're blogging.
Ah, they're talking about how cool we are.
Mm-hmm.
Graphis IL Ventris. Beast Mega box set sold out instantly online. I can't go to a local game store since I don't live near one, except if I want to drive 4 hours, but I don't have a car. I have the money, but it's gone.
Interesting. Where do you live? Because here it was available for a while.
It isn't anymore, though.
No. RLO.
Oh my god, we got a bunch of dislikes all of a sudden.
Yay!
We only need one more.
Oh my god, someone dislike.
You have 20 likes. You should move those likes so there we go.
Woo! Nice.
Love it.
Scrick. I'm literally playing Stardew Valley. Disliked. Nice.
There we go.
Ah, thank goodness.
Let's see, 102.
Woot woot.
101 pounds of fun. That's my little honey bun. Remember that musical?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Good. One of the best musicals ever created. Top 10 least racist musicals, too.
Oh yeah, it's problematic. Ooh. Graphis IL Ventris, rural area. Timber Track, the Beast Snagga box selling so fast has dashed my hopes of getting the Kill Team box. I think we're gonna put in a good effort,
Oh, yeah.
and we'll
No,
see
we're getting
what
one.
happens. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You heard that Games Workshop? Send us one.
Yeah. Send us 2.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah. Whatever you got, you know what? We will be your distribution network. Send us all of the boxes. And we will come up with the fairest system of doling them out. I wonder, so it seems like every 40k product sells out. So
Yeah.
are they going to open up a new factory or somehow increase their stuff, like their ability to make stuff? Because surely they'd make more money if they made more.
Obviously they do it on purpose, and they make way more money because of some reason that you don't understand.
They make more money by selling less.
Exactly.
Shashakar, where to start collecting Chaplain? From the store. Prussian Blue, yellow is considered luckiest by orcs. They forget about the Lamenters. Chicken Nugs tips. Here, use this to buy you and your friends some Mickey D's for tomorrow's kill team. Nice.
Yeah.
Chicken Nugs is supplying the chicken nuggets. $20. That'll buy what? 40 chicken nuggets?
There you go.
James Barber Johnston. Red Dead 2 accounts for about 30% of my procrastination. Oh my gosh. If I had the ability to play Fallout New Vegas, less would get done.
Well, there you go. Colton Lane, 40 nuggets. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, yeah.
One time I bought 20 chicken nuggets, and that was a little too much.
Yeah, and then there was chicken nuggets all over the floor when you threw it all up.
Yeah, if there was a 12-pack, I think that would honestly be best. I guess I think off the dollar menu you can get like 4 nuggets, so maybe I need to buy a 10-piece and then a 4-piece. Maybe that's the trick. And I'm a sweet and sour sauce man myself.
Chicken Nugs, I can't leave the house for a bit, so I have to live vicariously through you.
Nice.
And speaking of living vicariously through us, it is 12 o'clock.
Nice.
And you know what that means? We're gonna go to bed right this second.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Yeah, good stream. Make sure you watch all the videos from this week. And we'll be back with another live stream on Monday at 9 p.m. Central. Join us for that.
Yeah, watch all the videos.
Yep.
They're really good. Watch the Star Wars one. I know no one wants to, but just watch it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
And stream.